Once upon a time, in a bustling village nestled between rolling hills and lush green fields, there lived a dog named Max. Max was known throughout the village for his insatiable appetite and his endless quest for food. Every day, Max would wander the streets, sniffing out scraps of food wherever he could find them. He would beg for scraps from the villagers, scavenge through garbage bins, and even steal from unsuspecting picnickers in the park. No morsel of food was too small for Max's greedy appetite. One sunny afternoon, as Max roamed the village in search of his next meal, he stumbled upon a delicious-smelling bone lying outside a butcher's shop. His eyes widened with excitement, and his mouth watered at the thought of sinking his teeth into such a tasty treat. Without a moment's hesitation, Max snatched the bone and dashed away, his tail wagging with delight. He found a quiet spot by the river bank and settled down to enjoy his newfound treasure. As Max gnawed on the bone, he couldn't help but feel a pang of greed. He wanted more. Surely, there must be other bones just waiting to be discovered. With this thought in mind, Max set off in search of more bones, leaving behind the one he had. Hours passed as Max roamed the village, his hunger growing with each passing moment. But no matter where he looked, he couldn't find another bone as delicious as the one he had left behind. Exhausted and defeated, Max returned to the riverbank, only to find that his bone was gone. In its place, he saw his reflection shimmering in the water, holding the bone in its jaws. For a moment, Max couldn't believe his eyes. He lunged forward, desperate to reclaim what was rightfully his, but the bone slipped from his grasp and sank to the bottom of the river. As Max watched the bone disappear beneath the surface, a wave of realization washed over him. His greed had cost him the one thing he cherished most, his treasure. With a heavy heart, Max slunk away, vowing to never let his greed get the best of him again. From that day forward, Max learned to appreciate the things he had and to be content with what he was given. And though he never did find another bone as delicious as the one he lost, he found something far more valuable, the wisdom to know that true happiness comes from within, not from material possessions. And so, the tale of the greedy dog served as a reminder to all who heard it, that greed leads only to loss, but gratitude leads to contentment and true happiness. I have added a moral lesson to the story about greed and contentment. Let me know if you need further modifications.